Alright, we intentionally killed ourselves yesterday because I was frustrated at this game handing me my ass time and time again. This game was beating my ass over and over and over again yesterday. We'll see if it's any different today. The standards for going into food production side was the same as the pet food side of production. I was about to say, feels loud. I was about to say maybe I cave and order something for lunch today. But even if money weren't an option, or even if money weren't any sort of concern, and it always is to a certain extent, I made a recipe for frijoles borrachos, old drunken beans. And it was very good. I'll just wait for this guy to hit one of these corners. I needed to be able to close the distance on him. I do not have the ability to fight from range. I found a recipe for drunk beans, and it's very good. But I had to make an entire Dutch oven of it. So I have a lot of leftovers. And while everyone else in the family ate it, I don't think anyone else in the family likes beans the way I do. 4 cans of pinto beans, bacon, jalapeno, cayenne chili powder, lots of garlic, onion, and then the liquid that binds it all together is a bottle of Modelo Negro. I told Amber, like, we had a real problem yesterday. Amber was like, man, we have so many different options for things to cook. It's really good. Little salt, little pepper. I threw a little hot sauce in there. I have no regrets about making these beans. I just regret that I didn't scale it back and make a half portion. I said to Amber, we got like four things we can make for dinner tonight. Which one do you want? I was like, which one sounds good to you? Maybe we should be coming at it from the other way. It turns out we only had the stuff to make one thing out of my meal prep list. And that was not the thing I tried to make last night. We only had the stuff to make salmon burgers. And I was making burritos and drunk beans. So she left, came back with 3 more cans of pinto beans because I had 1 out of 4 that I needed. Let's try not to do that. The layout of this first cave sucks. So anyway, I told her, I was like, go to Total Wine, grab me 1 Negro Modelo. She got so frustrated with the whole experience of getting the things that we were missing that we didn't know we were missing until I started cooking. But she came back with a 12-pack of Negro Modelo. Or Modelo Negro. Sorry, I keep saying it backwards. I'm telling you, I'm stroking. Yeah, she came back with a 12-pack of Modelo Negro. It was just like, we just have a 12-pack now. So I have 11 more bottles of dark Mexican beer, which I'm not super upset about. Yeah, I'll still drink it, don't get me wrong. But that's where we were, is that Amber was showing up buying shit in bulk because she was just so flustered with having, like, she was so frustrated with having to go look for stuff. This is the woman who abhors cooking. Time and V hopes all of you beautiful souls are safe and well. Yeah, this is a real weak start. This is a real weak start for sure. No range, no ability to like, oh my god, I'm like super on fire. No ability to really, you know, explode my way through walls. We had some really good builds yesterday, and I just had one mental error after another. That was my go-to drinking beer, or darker beer for so long, was that or Yingling. Dude, maybe we'll have one with lunch today. Maybe I'll warm up beans in a burrito and have myself a dark beer at lunch. Yeah, Modelo is Yingling without the funding for union busting. Yeah, it breaks my heart. I've heard such gross things about the Yingling family after only discovering their... Oh, okay. After only discovering their beer since I've moved to Richmond, because that shit basically doesn't exist. That shit basically doesn't exist, in the West. I'd never even heard of it before I moved to Richmond. Lunch beer may not help for the lightheadedness. I'm lightheaded anyway, I might as well have a beer in me. If I'm gonna do the time, I might as well enjoy the crime, you know? Yo! Sorry, I just got an email that says dumplings inbound. You had my attention, or you had my curiosity, XCJ, but now you have my attention. Woo! Thank you for your order from XCJ. $50-piece classic pork soup dumplings. 1 bag of frozen Beijing Zhajang noodle, ground pork, and 1 bag of frozen Sichuan Dundon noodles. Vegan because the pork was pork was sold out, sadly. Heck yeah. Shiner makes good beer. I like Shiner just fine. I like their Bock. Dude, this is a very... I was worried that Don Don noodles would be too much. Like, I really did have like it's too much to say I had a traumatizing experience at my first, like, Sichuan place here in Richmond. Fancy Pants Chef, I was told he's, like, hot shit in the mid-Atlantic. You know what I mean? So, like, there was a part of me that's like, oh, well, I have to be safe in this guy's hands. And I genuinely can't remember, I genuinely don't know if the server there was just screwing with me. Because everything was so nummy, I couldn't enjoy it. Like, I just couldn't taste anything because my mouth felt like it was being electrified. So I was, like, really curious and concerned because, you know, I wanted so badly to like this food. And then the next place I went and had it, it was dialed way back, and I was like, this is really good when it's not, like, a fucking food challenge. And so now I actually think that Don Don noodles might be one of my favorite things for now until I try something else. Yeah, Michigan's got dope beer. You folks have a divine beer scene for sure. Yeah, like I like the numbing effect of the Sichuan peppercorn, but holy shit. The amount of Sichuan peppercorn that was in what I had was, like, unbearable. I felt bad because I couldn't taste anything. I like Liney's very much. As far as big label beer goes, I think Liney's are pretty good. Their summer shandy is a damn delight all summer long. Top fill off the spice bottle. Well, I mean, like I told the viewer that I'd been on a big Sichuan kick, and I was consuming, you know, like Mike Chen's YouTube content, and I was really excited to try some stuff out. And he knew Mike Chen and was excited for me, but I think he might have been like the kind of excited where he was just like, yo, I'm gonna see if I can burn this guy out. Fuck. Nothing? I feel like I dumped a half a bottle of water on him. And he kept sniping me out of midair. The problem was, like, I didn't have anything else to fight him with. Oh, really, Fremry? That, ooh, maybe I'm just too Western Caucasian for it then. My friends who lived in Chengdu said that there's this one restaurant in Philly that was the closest they'd had while living here, and your mouth was completely numb after a couple bites. Yeah, I was, ooh. I was struggling. Every single bite I took, every single bite I took, I would chew it, it would taste good for a second, and then my mouth would go completely numb. And I was like, damn, I want to taste this food, but I can't because every couple of minutes I'm having to stop and wait for my mouth, like drink a little water and reset my taste buds. Oh, nope. Maybe, yep. Yeah, Noita off to a fast start, showing no mercy this morning. I probably should have been more careful, but when he hit me with that first fireball, I was just kind of in the fucking Thunderdome with him. Once I was in the mix with him, I was like, I kind of felt like it was him or me. Maybe it's like the difference between Thai restaurants typically catering to typical Americans and those catering to actual Thai customers. Maybe I made the mistake of telling him I wanted like an authentic, you know, like a good authentic dish. And he was like, all right, well, we torture ourselves with this shit. And if that's the case, man, I'm not too proud to say I like it, you know, I like that food, but a dialed back version of it. Like, I am reaching a point in my life where I got no reason not to just be like, I got no reason to just be like honest with myself. You know what? I can just do this. Nope. Didn't make nearly as big a dent as I hoped it would. I guess I'm going around. Hell. Thank God. I was like, damn, I'm still not gonna make it through. My partner and I are now having a discourse about burger breakfast. Yeah, Glitch is right. Add a fried egg and some bacon to it. Now it's a breakfast burger. Now it's a breakfast burger. This man speaks the true.
This is the story of the newest denizen of the cave.
Glitch gifts 6 months of tier 1 subs to Alpha Thorn Omega. For me, it was about expecting it or not. I didn't know what Szechuan peppercorns did the first time, and I thought something was wrong. I had a rough idea. I just didn't realize what the intensity might be. I felt overwhelmed by it. Glitch again, man. Thank you so much. Yeah, I felt wholly overwhelmed by it. I feel like outside of Mapo Tofu, when I lived in Sichuan for college, I don't remember them going overboard with numbing peppercorns. But I could ask for Bu Tai Ma, or not too numbing. Yeah, see, I wonder about that too, right? It would be like coming into an American wing joint and saying, they do hot wings here. And it's like, oh, how hot can they get? And then some cook taking that as a personal challenge and be like, oh, I'll make them so hot it'll make your fucking eyes bleed. As opposed to going to another place that's just kind of like, oh, pretty hot. Decently hot. and then just making them, you know? You want to build that up, get spicy chili crisp from Wong Fei Fong Foods. It has some in it, and it lets you build up a tolerance. Can you add that to my throne? I'm not saying you gotta buy it for me. I'm just saying that's the easiest way to stock something in my brain. Is it puts it in my memory banks, because I look at my throne a lot more than I do like messages on Discord or tabs that I have open on Chrome. That's like a real nice way for me to have it stored in such a fashion that once in a blue moon I go through my throne list, and if something's been sitting there for far too long, I just go, fuck it, I'm gonna buy that. I take it off the throne list, I buy it for myself. That might blow up. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Lane, is that like every Sichuan place I've been to since that first experience, I've had stuff that was nummy. Thank God. I was hoping that wouldn't blow up right here, because I was worried it was gonna take these assholes with it. Ow! I saved you, you ingrates. Every experience I've had since then, I've had numbing aspects of the food. But, like, and I'm talking about, like, in Seattle, where there's an intense Asian population, and the food scene is about as authentic as any place on planet Earth without being inside, like, New York's Chinatown or something like that. And honestly, in all those places, like, I had the numbing effect. But it wasn't, like, a food challenge, you know? It wasn't so over the top that I couldn't enjoy the food. And so, yeah, maybe it was just that one place or that one server, or maybe I impressed the wrong message upon this person by making them think that I just wanted the world's most devastating little hot pot. Now to find the not rip-off priced one. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, XCJ, like, you know, listen. It's not the same as going to Din Tai Fung, but it's not that far off. Honestly, those frozen soup dumplings are the best soup dumplings I can get my hands on in Richmond, which says more about the Asian food scene than I think it says about XCJ's dumpling. But the pork xiaolongbao are exceptional. They're really good for frozen. They really scratch an itch without feeling like I'm sacrificing quality. And I've had the Korean soup dumplings from the frozen Korean soup dumplings from, was it Babigo? The Korean John that makes all the Korean frozen dumplings. The XCJ are the best frozen, the XCJ pork are the best frozen dumplings I've had so far. Bibigo. So I've had Babigo, I've had a handful of brands that I can't pronounce, and the XCJ ones are the most consistent and best quality, and they're on sale right now for like Black Friday, Cyber Monday, that kind of shit. This motherfucker, you about to get swamp watered in the face? Oh, come here and let me piddle on you. I have underestimated in the past exactly how much water it takes to kill that guy. Right, I wasn't hit with the numbing hammer in those places. Numbing was an aspect of the meal, but it wasn't the aspect of the meal. And when it was a contributing component of the dish, oh, it was so good. It was so good. But yeah, when all I could taste was how I couldn't taste anything, I was like, well, this is, I guess, a way to trick your body if, like, the meat has spoiled and you still need to eat it. I don't want to believe that's what they're doing with food in these parts. Like, oh, that's rancid. That's fine. Put enough peppercorns in it. Peppercorns in it. You won't taste anything. Taffy went full Trump on that fire, dude. I was like 6 Russian prostitutes. Close the gap. When does the dentist come in with the drill? Exactly. I wonder if I could blood this man. Obviously not. He is literally bathing in blood, which is a flex. I don't know what the hell happened there, but we got him. Indian place where I used to live was very upfront about the heat. Scale of 1 to 6. Anyone order a 5 or 6 would get a strict warning, and even 4 for me was just so all hot, no flavor. 3 on the other hand is some of the best food I've ever had. Good kick, so much flavor. That's what I'm about at this point in my life, man. I'm not about food challenge foods. I'm about balancing heat with flavor. You put just enough heat in there to accentuate how good your food is, and I will bankrupt myself buying your product. But I don't do like food challenge stuff anymore. I feel like those days are kind of behind me. A lot of gold in these here parts. Also have them put peanuts that they that have them. I also put in peanuts that have them. Also, your local Oriental grocery store, H-Mart, would have them cheaper in smaller sizes. So we don't we have a smaller. There's a place called Grand Mart that I can drive to. We don't have an H-Mart, sadly. God, if we had an H-Mart, I'd be the happiest. I'd be the happiest belle at the spring formal. We do have a Loti Mart coming. It's taking over like a 58,000 square foot Steinmart that closed. But I don't know when that Loti Mart gets here. Like, that's one of those things that could be like, oh, that could be something that's happening in like a week, or that could be something that's happening in like a year. My Wi-Fi crashed. Did I miss anything? Not in particular, just slowly and methodically carving out this area, I guess. Nothing super noteworthy. Oh shit. Loti Mart is good stuff too. Yeah, I can't wait. This is the first wand I've seen today. What the fuck is that? Essence to power increases the projectile's damage based on the number of creatures nearby. It's pretty neat, I guess. $110 mana drain seems a little unreasonable. You're not wrong. What is Galaxy Diner? A tremendous waste of time, even as a joke, if you ask me, but it's so funny because Justin's kind of on Team Galaxy Diner now. And I'm just like, that's fine. You guys are more than allowed to like what you like, but don't expect me to spend money there. We have some nice big H marts around and a worry mart. I usually just end up getting some HBF nuts. God, it's Nate took me to a Japanese mart that was in Seattle. Must be raining outside. Nate took me to a Japanese mart that was in Seattle that, like, we went to a smaller H mart that was actually in, it was like in Bellevue or someplace like that. It was in the middle of a city. And it was okay, but this Japanese one that was out closer to where he lived, that shit was dynamite. I wish we'd gone there instead. The hot and ready prepared food was, way more extensive. I feel cursed right now. I'm not hungry, but damn do I want food. Mitsuya. Awesome Japanese supermarket, shopping center, food court, bookstore, houseware store. What was the name of the place near Nate? Uwajimaya. Uwajimaya. That place was dynamite. Oh. I could spend months in there and not eat all the shit I wanted to eat. It looked so good. Everything looked so good. I'd already crushed a whole bunch of food from an H Mart that day, but it wasn't as, it was a smaller H Mart because it was in the middle of like a of the like Bellevue skyline. The fuck is this? Why is this here?
This is the story of the newest denizen of the cave.
Templar, tier 161 centuries. That's almost a year. Thank you so much, Templar. I appreciate the support. That is better than not being supported. I still have not found, like, range. I've only seen one wand in 2 short runs. Wildcat, welcome back as well. Just kind of checking everything out. This man has a wand. This man has a chest. Have the runs been more lenient so far? Not really, but like, I don't know. This is only run number 2. We've been live for 2 hours, and I've only been playing Noita for, I don't know, 30 minutes. Why? I should like to be out of this poison. There we go. Usable wand, hurrah! Uh-oh. Oh. Is there water somewhere? Now I can murder. Now I can permit myself to murder. Ugh. I mean, honestly, I don't see me using it, but taint a bad wand. Actually, let's do this. Whoops. Don't mind if I do. Gonna mute for a support call. If you're ever near Mitsuwa, California, Chicago, New Jersey, Texas, Hawaii, you should definitely visit one. Hell yeah, sold. 1,000,000% sold. That's also not a bad wand. Actually, might be a slightly better wand. I'm gonna wait for this situation to resolve itself. Also gonna wait for this whole acid thing to sort itself out too. Everything about that seems super dangerous, only because I died doing exactly that, chasing gold into exactly that yesterday. Big old splody frog. I'm on fire. I'm on fire. I'm on fire? Can't stop, won't stop being on fire? I am the one who knocks, Skylar. Oh, all the cool kids are just on fire all the time now. That's what I hear. No. Well, we have racked up a pretty healthy bankroll in the first floor. feel like that's basically it. I feel like we were good and thorough. And we are kind of one mistake away from ending this very briefly lived run. But I feel like we've done just about everything there is to do here. I don't see any predominant dark spots in the map. We have been doing a really nice sort of zigzag pattern through here, just so as to not really miss anything important. Is it time for the blood portal? Fine, we'll blood portal. Not bad. I like the bubble spell. Ooh, shit. Max mana's great. Charge speed's about as bad as it could be. It has 3 spells at once! And they're always fast. That charge rate's gnarly. There's our shotgun wand if we want it. It's only got 66 mana, but it's got a 255 recharge rate. Holy ass balls! Oh boy. That wand is instant death. Two random perks. Random always cast on your wand. Or saving grace. I feel like that's a pretty fast reroll. I mean, like, don't get me wrong, I'm a gambler. I don't really eat in this game. We got vampirism. Ugh. Oh, it straight up can't cast that. Alright, well, maybe that is just my shotgun wand for now. It didn't cost me a whole hell of a lot. I don't think this can cast this. It can't. What about you? Do you even have the mana for this? You do. I don't know. Sure. I guess we'll do it like that. Do I buy this? Oh, Christ. Do I buy this just for... Nah, I don't. It's fine. We'll find stuff along the way. Lurts! Good morning. Oh, sorry, not Lurts. Chaos, good morning. What the fuck? Oh no. I guess we're eating on this run. You can't have your meat if you don't eat your porridge. Nope, that's gonna take forever. It heals you? Yeah, that's I'm kind of getting that. Between that and eating or drinking blood. Looks like meat is back on the menu, boys. That's gonna be fucking not annoying at all. You ever, I don't know, potentially make a horrible mistake? No, okay. Why couldn't I have gotten like... Why couldn't I have gotten like, fire immunity? That'd have been a good one. Oh, I caught that one. I need a safe place to eat. I don't want to lose any of it. I am petrified. At first, I was afraid. I was petrified. Kept thinking I was gonna run out of food and starve at any time. You just select the potion from the item bar. Oh, yeah. God damn it. You can drink directly from the bottle. Right mouse to drink. It's hello, my name is Simon. I like to drink big porridge. Jesus. So it feels like once the porridge is gone, I'm just on my own to figure out what to eat. Prick! Meat's back on the menu, boys. You're only vomiting a little bit, you coward. Ow. Glitch drops $100 and says, how about eating some lunch? I could be convinced. I could be convinced to eat some lunch. That's bad. I mean, it's good. I was thinking... I was thinking with all this talk, I need to find something to eat in game. There's gotta be something to kill around here. It's expensive, but now that's not as big a deal. I was thinking maybe Bonchon. I was thinking maybe Korean fried chicken. Where are my enemies? Is that meat? Monster meat, probably not good. I might just die here. Can't eat that, that's fire meat. Taffy! Yep. Juggling too many things, man. I don't like that at all. This is part of the reason I don't think I fuck with, it's part of the reason I don't think I fuck with, eating stuff in game. Fish in Holy Mountain? I suppose, but, like, I don't want to have to quit out entire levels just because I picked the wrong perk. Yeah, maybe I should have filled a bottle with blood and drank that. I'm sure that there are some, like, skilled players out there that juggle that stuff left, right, and sideways. That was, I'm not sad to not be doing that anymore. Brass and grass, baby. Why do you exist? All that for a slimy egg? I think rather not. With all this talk about porridge, how could you not? Good morning, Taffy and friends. Felt like my body was getting sick in the afternoon yesterday. Boy, was I right. My sinuses are super stuffy. My headache creeped up right after that. Made the correct choice to call into work last night. I'm glad you're getting some rest and getting some time to recover, Aaron. Getting my ass beat. I very nearly called out today. I felt very... I haven't stood up in 2 hours. I probably should. You know, I'll stand up when I go to get the food. But I felt pretty woozy today, which has been weird. This feels like an accident waiting to happen. Yeah, I felt real woozy today. To the point where I very nearly called out a stream, and then my Puritan sense of guilt took over. And I went ahead and showed up anyway. And I just haven't been getting up very often. I haven't gotten up at all. Not because I'm like worried I'm gonna black out or anything like that. I just I treat myself very... What the fuck? I treat myself very gingerly when I'm feeling this way. So I'm just worried that the walk to go get whatever is gonna take a million years. That whole area is incredibly narrow. Does this game support controller? Yeah, it does, 100%. I'm gonna stretch. I'm gonna get up and move around. I just don't want to get up right now. I get up, I don't know, pretty regularly. I take enough breaks that I'm uncomfortable with how many breaks I take. Which feels like, Jesus. Which feels like the right number of breaks.
This is the story of the newest denizen of the cave.
What is this guilt feeling you speak of? Once upon a time, to give you an idea, I had a driver's ed teacher, who I think is still alive, Mrs. Schofield, who once told me, she was also a middle school teacher, but Marla Schofield, my driver's ed instructor, once told me, you can be, and this is the kind of like boomer mentality that I was being fed while I lived in Idaho. Once said, you can be just as miserable at work as you can be at home, which is why you should never call out sick.
This is the story of the newest denizen of the cave.
And I don't think she realized that I was going to be working from home playing video games when she said that. I think she was just insinuating that you should always show up for your employer to be a valuable cog in the machine. Rusty, thank you for the gifted tier 1 sub to DVT and Blood Clot. Valued members of the community. Oh, Baptist. So...
This is the story of the newest denizen of the cave.
Sounds French. It's very exotic. Oh, my heart mineral. Oh, I couldn't help but notice you admiring my heart mineral. The fuck? Everything's
This
dead.
is the story of the newest denizen of the cave.
My gold. It's my gold. I'm stuck on a pixel. I'm stuck on a pixel. Wow, this floor fucking sucks.
This is the story of the newest denizen of the cave.
Rusty, thank you for the gifted tier 1 sub to iShot. Oh my god! Very mellow, very chill first floor. Jesus. Death by gaming. Rusty, thank you so much. Oh man, I did not like Mrs. Schofield. She liked me fine enough. Packet Greaser and I had a tendency to have the meanest teachers in the school enjoy our company very much. Which was always weird, because you'd rather have them on your side than not. But it was also just like, the RNC would like to invite you to be a keynote speaker, and it's like, well, I'm happy these people like me. They could make my life hell if they decided they didn't. But I'm not, like, super happy these people like me. Let's go faster. That was not what I meant to do. Shit. There's a lady named Pat who was nicknamed the Warden, who was an administrative assistant in the office. Dude, okay, hold on. I need an empty chalice. People who were mean to her. Oh my god. God damn it. Take all this concentrated mana. Some people called her Skunk Lady, some people called her the Warden. She was very, very mean-spirited. But the irony is that, for whatever reason, man, like, she didn't like me my freshman year. But in my upperclassmen years, I think it was because, Lauren and I would show up and, like, fix computer problems for her. We would make her life easier. And so, like, our upperclassmen years, she would call us over and go, like, Lauren, Ryan, come here. And she'd be like, I made pine nuts. Which, if you're wondering what Scooby snacks would be like if they were made for humans, on paper, pine nuts shouldn't have worked. But damned if I wasn't excited every single time she gave me a bag of them, a Ziploc bag of them. And I remember she would call us over. I'd be walking around during lunch with no permission to be out of class, with no shoes on, which is another against the rules sort of thing. I'd be walking around outside of class with no shoes on. Fuck you. And she'd call me over and I'd be like, oh, for sure this time she's gonna bust my ass. And instead she'd give us pine nuts. And I remember at one point, like, I was there with no hall pass and no shoes on during a time I very clearly was supposed to be in class. She called me over, gave me a gift, and stopped giving me the gift just... Okay. stopped giving me the gift of food just long enough to chew out some other student who was walking through the hallway doing exactly what I was doing, but she didn't like him. So he got yelled at, got like a demerit and written up and sent back to class, and then she turned back around to tell me what a good boy I was. These do more damage, right? 8 versus 3. Yeah, so we'll use this instead. Can we just point out what bullshit this floor has been so far? Neat. It is invincible. But why? Oh my god. That madman killed himself. That's not what I meant to do, but it might work. Nope. Since we're clearly not fucking wanted here, maybe we'll just leave, huh? Did you get a modifier that said you better be Indiana Jones, motherfucker? This place is terrifying. I'm not kidded for this place. A lot of our decisions here are gonna be based off of, I don't know why it does that. Yo, glitch. I think it's Bonchon time. It's been a real hit and miss. I've had Bonchon show up here and it's been really, really good, and I've had Bonchon show up here and it's been really, really bad. Not bad. It's been very disappointing. I think it's stand up and take a second time. Glass cannon, extra item, and holy mountain. Does that mean extra perk or does that mean extra item? Have we done a moment to... have we done take a moment to say something kind about yourself? That sounds lovely. I don't think I have that in me, but I think that's delightful. Anybody who wants to engage in that is welcome to. Lucky minion? Lucky minion, I guess. I didn't get almost any gold on that last floor. Holy shit. $101.25, $250.49. Is there anything I want to buy for on the way? Sea of oil, black holes, sun, pollen, bombs, scatter, explosion, overpowering of brimstone. I'm good. I'm honestly jealous. Sounds like the choices are really good. I would never in a million years, if it weren't Glitch's money, If it weren't Glitch's money, I would never in a million years spend $70 on lunch for myself. To have lunch delivered. Okay. Not buying glitter bombs? Nah. Maybe I should have, but... Maybe I should have, but I sure didn't. I miss all my digging wands that I've had over many, many runs. My gold. Yeah, so it looks like he just goes where I point. I miss all my myriad of diggy wands for sure. At this rate, it's not out of the question that I could just bomb my way from one place to the next, but yeah, I definitely could just bomb myself from one place to the next. Alright, I have all the bombs in the world now, never mind. Oh. Recharge time on that's terrible. Fucking what a shot. I'm not even like super mad that I got hit there. That was an impressive feat of strength. Yeah, we're gonna strip mine this whole area now. Like West Virginia. We're just gonna strip away all the natural splendor and see what we can get for it on the open market. Like for that brief period of time where West Virginia's state motto was open for business. That dude dropped straight in out of FaZe Clan. Yeah, he lit me up. That dude didn't have any shitty takes on vaccination, but... I don't know if all that... I don't know that dude could have been in FaZe Clan. I didn't hear any of his just ghastly fucking takes on anything common sense related. But it's possible. There was a period of time there right before TwitchCon where just, oh shit. There was a period of time there on before TwitchCon where every single take, like, anytime somebody on FaZe Clan was about to tweet something, it really was just like, oh, hold your breath, here's about to be a fucking stupid take. Get ready. Someone's about to say something really fucking stupid. Hey Ryan, your order from Bonchon. Go on. It is being delivered at 12:15. Ooh. Honestly, that might be my new diggy wand. That shotgun one's not bad at excavating dirt without having to worry about where your bombs are gonna land. Good shit, Lucky. Wow, he fucked you up! My little pet Lucky laid hands to that man. Oh god, that's right, Brand. I'd forgotten all about that. The FaZe Clan guys were just like pump and dump left, right, and sideways there for a little bit. Crypto pump and dumps. It was intense for a bit. I forgot about that. Yo, Varel, that's exceptional. I feel like this minion feels like it is overwhelmingly meant to deal damage. And if he survived going into that fucking lava up there, basically, then I'm gonna work under the assumption that he is one of our few buddies who is actually immortal. Every other pal that we've had, every other Jamie Palomino. Neat. That was like a horror movie. Every other Palomino that we've had has, like, the homunculus got his ass beat every single time he went into combat. So much fire. I was reading some of the people who like lost a shitload of money on crypto. Some of this, I get it. I've got a lot of my personal net worth tied up in the company. Oh, okay. In the company that Nate works for now. You know what I mean? Like, I need that one company to do pretty well if I ever want to have any, even, like, fantasy of retiring. So there's a part of me that kind of gets it, like, I've seen people get rich in situations where they just had their money in the right place at the right time. But, like, yeah, man, clearly, in my mind, like, crypto's like a lottery ticket. I mean, a lot of the stock market is, but at least with, like, this company, I know that Nate is the CTO. I know that that dude, all he does is come up with ideas of how to make money and do it well. There's a... Oh my god. Oh, it's a ghost. Kick his ass! Literally just a dynamite wand? I mean, I believe that I died with a dynamite wand in hand. I'm stuck on pixels. What was the name of that company that just went under? It's like FTX or something like that? Yeah, all the Wall Street's bet stuff is like, it's, you know, it's easy to get intoxicated by reading some story about a guy who's like, I took $10,000 and now I'm a millionaire. I took $10,000 and made some risky moves and now I'm a multi-millionaire and drive a Lambo or whatever. It's easy, it would be easy to get intoxicated by that, I think. But good grief, man, yeah, I was watching like, I don't know, like CBS Sunday Morning or something like that. And And they were doing an interview with a lady who had tied up like 30 grand of her retirement money in that. And it was just fucking like gone overnight. And I was like, oh my god. Like even in the stock market, what the fuck? It's a good wand. It's a better wand than that. I'm not gonna use it. I'm not gonna get everybody drunk, I don't think. It is a better one than the one I'm holding on to. FTX, that's the one. Literally misplaced, like no. Like 11 figures, like misplaced 11 figures worth of money seemingly overnight. Yeah, well, I say misplaced, right? They either stole or engaged in some risky, speculative trading with all the money that people entrusted to them, and now are just straight the fuck up bankrupt. Their new CEO has been charged with basically winding down the company and guiding them through bankruptcy. And I think what I read him say was is that he's basically never seen negligence on this scale before, and I was like, oh no. That's not good. They did both? Yeah, they just stole it and also engaged in incredibly risky investing behavior. House of Cards, strong win came by an inevitable crypto. 11 figures, yeah, tens of billions. If it wasn't that, it was in the billions. I'm not mistaken about the B in that number. It's just whether it was 10 figures or 11, it was an unfathomable amount of money. I bet you I could get away with... No, I can't get away with one more. Let's not. I'm at 50 health. Yeah, we're 30 billion one day, bankrupt the next. Right, the kind of money that gets the government involved because how bad they fucked up could sincerely affect the economy. Like that level of money missing. Yeah, Enron levels of money for sure. Yeah, it feels like the NFT craze has kind of gone away a little bit. It feels like that's melted a little, which I'm genuinely excited to, you know, again, I didn't have any like, concrete feelings about it really one way or the other. I just knew I was never going to engage in it, so I just had zero desire. I distrusted it and knew I wasn't going to engage in it. So I'm excited to not be bombarded by it anymore. I had people, even people... I don't think that's better than anything we've got right now. I'll look just to be sure. We had people even in this community who were engaged in NFTs and liked NFTs, even in their memeiest form, so I don't want to yuck anybody's yum on that. But I just knew I was never going to engage with it, so I was happy to kind of see it go by the wayside. That's not really a great wand. He's not bankrupt, though. He knew what he was doing and has himself taken care of. It's so funny because, like, once upon a time, and I can't say that I still wouldn't accept this if Rory did it, but when, like, Rory's been... as far as I can tell, Rory's been actually working on the retirement extension. And if that's the case, at one point I think I was asked, do you want to have crypto on there? I was asked, do you want to have crypto or NFTs on there? And I was like, man, I'd take crypto if somebody gave it to me for free, but I don't think I'm ever going to buy it. They're like, what about NFTs? And I was like, I'm alright. I'm okay. Yeah, there were a lot of people who basically misunderstood it. You're exactly right, Chaos. There were people who basically told investigators that they thought it was the same as storing digital currency, that it was like having a bank account balance, and that it wouldn't fluctuate. Certainly not at the level that it did, where it was just like, you may not get any of that money back, sorry. Ooh. Yeah, there were a lot of people who seemed to believe a very different thing than what reality postulated to them. Who seemed to believe that there was a certain, that there was a stability to their cash. That there was a stability to their cash, or not cash, their crypto balances that was not real. We need a Taffy NFT. I got, so, like, real talk, Pinnacle Chips, I got offered about a year and a half ago. I got offered napkin math. Like, there was never a formal offer, but it was insinuated that I was going to be offered like $160,000 to link arms with a company that was doing streamer NFTs, and turned it down because of the irreputable damage that would have been done within the community would not have justified $163,000. I'd have lost more money than I would have gained. Boy, Lucky's out there fucking people up. Like, I don't think he's in in-game win condition, but he's doing more for me than I gave him credit for. That is so many saw blades. But it's got just ghastly recharge speed. NFT crypto is treated as millionaire wish savings, and that bit more than a lot of people in the ass. I tell you, man, it's hard for me to be judgmental about it. I'm doing pretty well as a broadcaster. We've talked about some of the very real money I've got socked away. That, you know, if for example, if SongTrader turns out to be a valuable company, I may actually retire a millionaire. But even as somebody who, like, I've seen stories about people who seem to be doing just fine so long as they didn't do anything dicey, who've done something dicey as a home run swing option, and they find themselves in a worse spot than they are with a sort of a gambler's fallacy going on. And it's hard for me to get judgmental about it because I 100% have like felt that, where I'm like, I'm doing well, but I'm not doing so well where I get to quit the game one day and just like travel with Amber and eat good food for like a decade or two before I'm too old to not shit myself. And the allure of that is like, God, it's intoxicating. You know, like, you know, I got a lot of friends in this industry who are millionaires who, at a whim, could retire and never work again. Hell, Sunday could retire tomorrow and he'd make more money off of the residual viewership of his YouTube catalog without putting out another new video for 20 years than I would make if I was trying my hardest for 2 decades. Preston, Lachlan, I don't know what Rob's financial situation's like these days, but I know at one point in time, compared to me, he was fucking loaded. He also wasn't supporting a family of three besides myself. Fuck. There's too much shit going on. Hello? I thought I turned that off. I guess I didn't. My bad. I got a lot of people that I've either worked with or known or spent time around who are just absurdly rich. And it is hard not to want that so bad that you let it cloud your judgment to make you let it convince you to make rash decisions. I had a coworker lose about 50 grand in the FTX crash. The next day he was trying to get us to invest in a new crypto. That said, I would certainly hope, like, if coworker does not equal friend. Coworker does not equal friend, but if I was in that situation, oh, this motherfucker right here. How are you gonna have a status effect if you're just a simple chest? Huh? Huh? Riddle me that, mimic. Yeah, that's right, your status is fucking blown up. But yeah, if I went down that rabbit hole where every day, like, I have a cousin, and I made my mom promise that I was not being seen by the rest of the family in their eyes the same way that this cousin was, where he and I were both labeling ourselves entrepreneurs. And what that seemingly meant for him was that he constantly, God, it's loud. What that seemingly meant for him was that he was constantly hatching new ideas for how he was gonna make his fortune, but none of them ever took, like, fruition. Like, at one point he was gonna own a 7-Eleven, and at one point he was gonna, own a 7-Eleven. At one point he was gonna, become an interior decorator. And he bought a whole, like, he really loves Gucci. No, Versace. He loves Versace. And so he had purchased thousands and thousands of dollars worth of Versace that he referred to as his inventory. And it just kind of felt like every other week he was coming back with some new grand plan for how he was going to make his millions. And meanwhile, I couldn't judge him because I was sitting there going, like, I own a record label and a music streaming service, and I'm trying to become a niche internet celebrity, and I had a management company for a little while, and so I genuinely at one point got a hold of my mom, and I was like, Mom, you tell me if the family saw me in the same light as I see him, right? Like, I'm not that guy, and you're just not telling me. So I'm sort of in the same boat as like if I came to Glitch, or Nate for that matter, if I came to Glitch or Nate over and over and over again, I just had like a whole bunch of get rich quick or pump and dumps that I was just all like, if I lost $50,000 like Glitch's guy to FTX, and then just kept coming back with new get-rich-quick ideas, one after another, I would certainly hope that I would have somebody in my ranks who'd be like, yo, you need to just fucking work for a while. You need to work and put some money away, my brother in Christ. Yeah, that's what every person who calls themselves an entrepreneur is. I'm gregarious and have ideas to make money. My brother's kind of like that. Every week he has a new plan to make sacks of money. Like for me, my big thing was that I didn't want to be somebody's employee ever at any point in my life. So like ultimately, that was kind of my take, was that I just didn't want to be, I didn't want to be owned by somebody. So I was constantly trying to, I didn't mind work. I just didn't want to do it to the benefit of someone else. So Nate and I, you know, we're just like, yeah, fuck it. He doesn't want to work for ESPN, and I don't want to have a boss. That said, our ideas were sound, and we worked our asses on them for, I mean, a long time. Is like, you know, you got people who own restaurants for 60 years before they die. So like, relatively speaking though, in the land of tech, we worked on our ideas for a long time. I know a billionaire who had 25% of his entire holdings in crypto last year. Yeah, we held each other accountable. We were each other's bosses. Nate's decisions were always smart. But sometimes, you know, I'd take a step back and go, and then I'd say something once in a blue moon that just would amaze a human being that I've managed to not drown in the shower. And Nate would just be like, oh, you sweet, simple child. So this is what a honors student from Boise State looks like, huh? Were there any, like, very smart dogs who graduated in your class? I'm down for Taco Tuesday, Margarita Pitcher Night. We gotta get on the 4-day work week. We need that midday. Everyone keeps coming to me going, yo, working 10s on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday is rough. And I'm like, bitch, I didn't say shit about working 10s. I just said I want a 4-day work week. I want, 8 times 4? I want a 32-hour work week, and I want Wednesdays off. I had people who were pragmatic going, well, we gotta get our 40 hours, so we'd have to work 10s on Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, or Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. And I was like, I ain't working no 10 hours. I don't work 8 hours now. I work 7 hours if I'm not late. I didn't say I wanted a 40-hour work week in 4 days. I said I wanted Wednesday off. And you should all come with me. We can still work 9 to 5. I just want to get drunk on Tuesday night. Just a little 6x4 work week. I had people coming at me with logic, and I was like, I ain't working 10s. I'm working 4 8s and taking Wednesdays off. Oh, shit. I probably start cursing you out until you understand how disappointed I was in a pump and dump. I feel like none of my ideas, like Nate and I have shot down bad pie in the sky ideas. At one point during the record label section of it all, we had a coworker who wanted to spend $50,000 on headphones because they thought we could sell pink headphones out of 99 Lives. And we were just like, but why? And when they couldn't answer but why, we were able to shut that down. To each their own and whatnot, but I always wanted a plush office, and to be honest, now that I have one, it's everything I thought it would be. I freaking love office work. I always thought that I would thrive in an office setting if I really enjoyed what I did, but I never found anything that I would enjoy doing enough to go into an office and be around coworkers. Psycom, what's going on? How am I doing? I've been real lightheaded the last 24 hours. After dinner last night, I laid down on the couch and got real dizzy, and it's abated after about 8 hours of sleep, but I don't feel rested, and I still feel like wobbly. My spirits are good. Like I feel morale is high, but my head is weird. Yeah, 9 to 5, assuming they pay for lunch. 4 days a week, 20 hours a week. Hey, why am I wrong? If the work's getting done, who gives a shit? I'm also advocating to get rid of homework in schools. Why are we working so hard? Fuck all this. We should not be working this hard. We should have balance. I'm ripping work-life balance back and putting it in the hands of the working class. I'm down for a 20-hour work week. We can work 4 5s. 4 5s and Wednesdays off. I work 7 to 4 because the companies don't pay for that lunch hour and it pisses me off. Oh yeah, no, fuck. If I'm not getting paid lunch, screw that. I'll go home very hungry at 4. Yeah, because somebody told him he was a smart and good CEO, flattery-driven product development. That happened pretty frequently, if I'm being honest. We would have started, we've talked about this before. Nate and I were talking about starting Pretzel 2 years? 2 years before we did. We were kicking it around in Slack calls. And this same person got talked into going to a music festival in New York by a guy who no longer works at Twitch, but it was a guy who was in Monster Cat's pocket. Skype calls, yeah, all the way back to the Skype calls. If only someone had been there to tell us that Slack was better. But the same gentleman got enamored with the Twitch contact for music, who I think is no longer in the country fleeing extradition. This person was in Monster Cat's pocket and convinced our CEO that we needed to do everything the way Monster Cat was doing it. Convinced our dude to fly to a music festival in New York, but then couldn't get him into the festival, so our dude was just in New York. Using Nate's hotel points to stay there. Was it hotel or airline, or was it both? But all of this was just driven by the fact that it was like, yo, you're doing such a good job with the record label. You know what would be awesome? It was like Donald Trump's leadership dynamic, where it was like what we were doing as a company was almost always driven by the last person to say something nice to the person who was running our show. The last person to say, you're so good at what you do, and I'm sure you're gonna do the smart thing and XYZ. And so one of the things that was said was, you need a 24/7 Twitch channel the way Monster Cat has. And Nate was like, well, we could do that, but I'm working on this player that's basically Spotify but for streamers. I think that's more useful. And Nate got like, I'm sure I abstained from a very important vote because I didn't want anyone mad at me. And Nate got outranked or outvoted. And so we built a 24/7 music label Twitch channel. And Pretzel got delayed like 2 years. One of those things is not functioning anymore, and the other thing sold for almost $9 million. I see merit to both sides of the argument. I just don't like when people are mad at me. I get real clutched up. I get tightness in my chest. I have almost no health. But I also have almost no self-control. Nate doesn't. I don't think Nate regrets, having me involved in Song Trader. He wants me rooting for him. I'd also like to think, honestly. Correct me if I'm wrong, Nate. Call me out if I'm full of shit. Get out of here. Get out. Shoot. Call me out if I'm full of shit. But I also feel like I've matured. I feel like I've matured to a place where I don't mind taking it. I still don't like conflict, and I still don't like when people are angry at me. But I also feel like I've gotten a lot better about being like, well, I'm sorry that you're angry with me. I wish that wasn't the case, but also counterpoint, fuck you. Like, I need X, Y, or Z, and you not wanting to give it to me doesn't change the fact that I need it. Oh my god, Nate, we've had some crazy digging runs. What is this? I'm at the place now where I'm kind of looking for like, what kind of spells do I want to adopt? That wand is not great. That's a huge mana pool, but that is not a lot of, that's almost no charge speed. I like damage. Is it worth taking this whole thing just for damage? Sidewinder!
Hey, Taffy, man, what does it mean when there's like bits, but a lot of them?
I'm not even used to that anymore. I got so used to the jump scares and everything that I can't even remember what our Book of Stoners notification sounds like. What if I told you that when you made me angry, I'd throw bits at you in frustration? Yo, Sidewinder, fuck you. That's what I say. Only Sidewinder could give me bits that stupidly. That's what I say. I'm gonna say this, and if it makes me sound like shit.
Hey, man, those are bits.
Fuck you too, Taffy. No, Sidewinder, kiss my ass. You don't have the bankroll to shut me up. I'm gonna say this, and if it makes me sound like a prick, I am. I wear like a badge of honor those people I piss off. I'll apologize when I did something wrong, but I've been right more than I've been wrong. I'm out of bits, you win. Thank you, Sidewinder. I appreciate your contributions. Yeah, I'd like to believe, I don't know if Nate ever answered. I'd like to believe I've reached a point where I've gotten better. I've gotten better about picking a side when I feel like there's a side to be picked. I still abstain if I don't see the merit of getting engaged, then I don't get engaged. There was definitely stuff like in Team Catalyst where folks would be like, Taffy, what do you think? And I'd be like, I genuinely don't care. I was like, it's nothing personal to any of you, but I fucking could not make myself care at gunpoint. But there were definitely times in recent memory, there are times where like Noah's come to me, and I mean like it's hard to say no to Noah because he's just so goddamn, he's so insistent. He is just the most aggressive only child I've ever met. But there have definitely been times where Noah's like, all right, you gotta do this. And I was like, the fuck I do. And he's like, no, but I really need you to. And I was like, well, you need to work on resolving that because I'm not gonna do it. Oh no. Oh, it's bad. Oh, it's bad. I didn't even see that guy over there. I don't know about you, I had no idea that dude was there. And honestly, Lucky keeps scaring the shit out of me. I was toying with switching out the. Oh, hold on. I was toying with switching out for the lightning wand. But at 22 health, I'm starting to feel a little apprehensive. Somebody just cock a gun at me? Damn, Lucky, you fuck people up. Oh, it's so greedy. I hate this. Oh, it's not worth. I'm fucking leaving. We are 1,000,000% out of here. Thank you, Lucky. Oh, Lucky! Are you not entertained? What a fucking bud. What a pal. Oh. Yeah. Nate says you've learned to lean more into your cynicism and skepticism since you've been running McLaffy Taffy Inc. by yourself. When you had business partners, you were trying to achieve consensus like a marriage. I was like a marriage counselor. I guess there's I don't know. There's a value to that. Man, I want that, but with the lightning wand bullshit. I'm taking perk lottery every single time. I see the merit to that kind of behavior. Yeah, sometimes that behavior is meritorious, but there's definitely like in a situation where almost 100% of the spoils land in my pocket. I say like, you know, whatever Noah's cut is and whatever I got to pay to contractors to make them happy. So like 80% is, you know, and then the tax man. So like 60% of what I make is gonna end up in my pocket. You definitely get much more aggressive about like, I'm not doing that. Or like, I insist that we get this done. You get a lot less apprehensive about just going like, nope, won't do it for that. Ooh, Audrey is approaching with my Bonchon. That's true. That was the big problem though, is that I was trying to achieve consensus and agreement more than I was trying to make it be right. That is genuinely problematic. I'd much rather somebody be an asshole who's right than have a tremendous bedside manner and allow us to fly a plane into a mountain while we're all on board. Oh, Horizon Forbidden West. Sidewinder says, just putting it out there, but Horizon Forbidden West is just a single bit bomb to be funded. I do genuinely wish I had gotten the electricity. What is this? What are you? I don't know what Circle of Displacement does.
This is the story of the newest denizen of the cave.
I mean, right? Kind of down. That's not terrible. There we go. $100 lunch goes towards Forbidden West. Forbidden West is now funded. I'm waiting to see if there's literally food on my doorstep. Light, very floral. I know that Alex didn't like me saying the term grassy. Floral is a good way to say it, but it feels like not just the petal, but also the part of the stem. Like there's a bit of green in there. And then the peach. It's like a whisper. It's the aftertaste of a peach ring. It's not that like sugary intensity. It's like the after flavor of a peach ring with a little bit of a floral note. Does it taste like coffee? Not even a little bit. Tastes more like a well-made Crystal Light. Does not taste like coffee at all. Alright, what were we doing? Video games, right. Fucking lame. I can't move? Oh la, he coming. Oh, it's my gold! Use it when I need it. Oh, God. You guys want to watch me murder myself with my own wand? Getting pretty apprehensive about chasing gold. I've had that backfire a couple of times. A bit potpourri-y. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I feel like that's even worse than trying to say a bit floral or grassy. I also, like, I drink a lot of wine. Maybe not as much as I used to. But, like, I enjoy wine as well. And so, grassy, I mean, for crying out loud, when you're drinking wine, it's not unusual to say, when you're drinking wine, it's not unusual to say, oh, that's got grass notes. That's got notes of manure. That's got notes of fingernail polish remover, leather, like a catcher's mitt, tobacco. Like these are all things that it's like, oh, that's desirable. Yeah, cat pee is a wine descriptor. Alley Trap, welcome back. How goes it? My gut is filled with Korean barbecue and pork bao. So pretty good. Pretty good. Can't complain. Sorry, not Korean barbecue, Korean fried chicken. I wish Korean barbecue, that's next. There's a brand new Korean barbecue place in Hot Pot Hybrid. Justin came with me and the kids, and we went and... Justin went with me and the kids and Amber, and we tried the hot pot component of it. Totally serviceable. And for the 6 of us, it was $130 for all you could eat. and soft drinks. Bottomless soft drinks. They had a Korean barbecue option that we didn't pay extra to get into, which was good because we barely had enough room. We barely had enough room as it was to finish the hot pot. Yeah, it was really inexpensive for 6 people to get all you could eat premium beef hot pot. Well, premium. It was better than I thought it would be. It was above average, but not great. You're really selling me on trying wine? It's weird. Like, honestly, I think wine is the kind of thing that anybody, like, obviously you have to like alcohol. If you don't like alcohol, then you shouldn't get into wine. But I think wine is genuinely accessible. I think wine is genuinely accessible. Anybody and everybody should be able to drink it. And there's a lot of good wine that you can drink for cheap. But that said, the culture around wine is as such that, yeah, like this, like I'm not advocating for being a wine snob, but yeah, there's definitely some stuff surrounding wine that, like, sometimes you just smell what you smell, and like you almost never expect. You almost never expect the wine to taste like how it smells. It almost never does. But the wine can have some funk, like kimchi smells funky, but tastes awesome. And I think it's the same thing here, where wine can have some funky smells about it. And it doesn't necessarily mean that it's gonna taste funky. It's just about coming up with a vocabulary to have a conversation about wine based on whatever, like, weird little funky smells you might bump into. So you're like manure, cat pee, gasoline, rubbing alcohol, leather, all these, black pepper, all these things wine can smell like all those things. It can also smell like raspberries, pears, stone fruit, elderflower. You know what I mean? Like, it can be all those things. The odds are that it won't taste like any of that. Stone fruit, any fruit with a big pit. Peaches, plums, cherries. I'm not cold chair to that degree. Yeah, stone fruit, anything with a pit in the middle. Yeah, like all these crazy things you can sort of taste. Licorice, or you can smell licorice or anise or black pepper, plums, cherries, nectarines, peaches, raspberries, boysenberry, maybe. I don't know. I'd start to get a little leery of one that started to smell that sweet. I have one win on my 18th attempt on Noita, and I have not really sniffed the finish line since then. If I'm being honest. I had a very fast win. And then none for a while. Oh no. I did do eye drops. I did eye drops at the time that we placed the lunch order. If I get if I get scratchy though, I promise I will load up again. Well, I'm hurting myself quite a bit, but our damage output is good. Probably not hurting myself as bad as I would if I was trying to do these fights. Good, not to punt your balls into your stomach. That would get my attention for sure. It has been fun without winning. I'm certainly not, like, winning winning on this game certainly is not an indicator for me as to whether or not I'm having a good time. I'm having a fucking blast playing this game, even getting my ass kicked. I had an apple wine recently I really like, but it's the only wine I think I can tolerate. My big thing, my gateway into wine was I got to spend one-on-one time almost daily with Sommelier Bob, God rest his soul. And B, with Sommelier Bob, I spent an awful lot of time pairing wine with food. And for the longest time, I think, like before I found a palate for wine on its own, that was for me the big redeeming, the big redeeming quality about wine was that I just loved how it paired. I started to love how it paired with food. I loved how it paired with food. I was shocked at how it could complement a meal. Like it really could heighten my enjoyment of a it really could heighten my enjoyment of a plate if it was paired correctly. And that was shocking to me. And it wasn't until I had it wasn't until I had Sommelier Bob put a gun to my head and say, I don't care if you really only prefer craft beers and whiskeys. Your job is to sell wine. So tell me about this wine. And I did that over and over and over again for like 2 years. And by God, if by the time I left that restaurant, I didn't have a newfound appreciation for good wine. That makes me happy to hear you're enjoying it, even the losses. That's a major turnoff for many people, but it's a core part of Noita. That's the part, Amerville, that some people can't stand about watching me play Soulsborne games. Because that in a lot of Soulsborne games, I'm really good. And I'll one-shot or two-shot really difficult bosses. But then I'll find one that for whatever reason has my number, even if other people didn't struggle with it. Or I'll create some artificial win condition for myself, like with Amygdala, where I just don't want to go farm healing. And some people, they just lose their fucking mind in that situation. They just can't deal with watching me struggle. If I'm being honest though, that might be when I'm at my happiest, is when I found a place where I don't succeed, and it is a struggle, because that's where fun and growth and challenge live. There we go. That's where fun and growth and challenge live for me. I haven't read this in a while. Fuck, that is a lot of reading. That's what I'm missing. Someone to provide direction and a meal to enjoy with it. Dragon D, get your ass to Richmond, Virginia. I'll feed you and pair it with wine every night. There have been points in my life where I refused to eat a dish if I didn't have a pairing of a glass of red wine paired with it. Why cook dinner if no wine available? I had a point in time in my life, Aber Muffin, where I was so into wine because of Bob that I was just like, oh, even hamburgers, I was just like, yo, this would pair really well with like a Beaujolais or something like that. I have a friend who puts some good red wine in a fridge. I did that on a little, a little on the inside every time I brought a bottle in, and he does it. I died a little on the inside. Okay, first of all. It's not bad etiquette to put red wine in the fridge if you're trying to cool it off. European room temperature is working under the assumption that you're doing European wine cellar room temperature, which in Fahrenheit is probably in the mid 60s. Mid to low 60s, which, shit, I can't do Celsius off the top of my head. We'll say 63 Fahrenheit to Celsius. Oh, God, you're gonna make me spell 2. So like 17. 63 Fahrenheit, 17 Celsius. So when they say room temperature, they mean European room temperature. Need that to be quiet. So it's actually not unusual. We would do that with old wine, with like on hot Virginia days. People would order reds, and I would come out and say, "Your red's gonna be a second. We have it in the fridge. We need to get it down to about 65 degrees before we serve it because it's just so fucking hot in the restaurant today." Why was that such a big explosion? Now, I mean, it doesn't, you know, drink wine however you want to drink wine, but it doesn't make sense to serve red ice cold. But if you're just trying to take some of the warmth out of it, then that makes absolute sense to me. How do you like monsters that can use wands? I think that's awesome. It's terrifying, and I get frustrated when I get killed by it, but I think the mechanic's really neat. 35 degrees in the winter? Yeah, okay, that not so much. That not so much. Among those who devote themselves to the transmutation, so is alchemy. Alchemist. Huh. Don't you threaten me with a good time. I'm sure my wife would like to know why I've run off to Virginia every few days. Oh, shit. I'm only a little blind. Thank God for homing. I can't see shit. Oh, that's bad. The fuck was that noise? I hear you. Orb? 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 I can do this. Ah. Fuck. I hear you. Oh my god. Ah. Turn, you little fucker. Chat, spoilers. Am I going Amy G, am I going the right way? Dude, steering this fucking thing. Steering cursor is relative to your character, not the ship. Oh, look at that. You're right. Nah, that can't be it. Make a loop without hitting the walls? Impossible. Especially when you can't see part of it. Yeah, those red circles indicate something. Maybe it's like best lap time or something? Sometimes you just gotta shoot your gun. Shut up. Alright, chat, Amy G, tell me what the fuck's going on. What am I trying to do? I mean, I get that it's a racetrack. No shit! You think I didn't get that this was a racetrack? That's the thing you think is lost on me? That was just for fun? There's no direct benefit? Is this a mod? No, I don't really do mods. Shit. Yeah, where is Woat? It's Woat's time to shine. Mr. I know everything ever about fucking, Mr. I know everything ever about Noita. And can't wait to tell you all of it. This was his moment. It can be used for a couple of other things, but that would be deep spoilers. Thank you. I appreciate the consideration there. Yeah, I'm not looking for like monstrously deep spoilers. Only mod I use is seed selector. Yeah, don't get me wrong, like me poo-pooing it and be like, I don't use mods. It's not like me going like, anybody who uses a mod is an idiot. I'm just saying that like, I haven't experienced the game vanilla. This is only my, what, my second week of playing it? Oh, I thought I was making more progress here. It's only like my second week playing it. Oh shit. So there's just so much to experience that I've not experienced before. Yo, third Shinigami, thank you so much. I don't know why that alert hasn't gone off yet. Let me reload my overlays and see if that does it. And clip it out of context. Anyone who uses mods is an idiot.
Hey,
it didn't do it.
Man, what does it mean when there's like bits, but a lot of them?
I'm just trying to dig out a nook. Shauna! Boy, I'm super full from lunch. I may have to come back with like acid or something. All right, well I know that that's there now. That's a long ways up too. I hear an orb that I've never found before. We escaped whatever the tentacle monster was. Now I gotta go see if I can find like acid or a laser or something. Oh, I'm so full. Glitch, thank you, dude. Again, thank you for lunch. I'm so full and happy. I'm filled with all the good feelings. All the warm brain chemicals are out now. I kind of hate that my happiness can be so aggressively tied to whether or not I've eaten a good meal recently. But fuck do I love food. My man had a wand. He has a diggy wand. My man had a diggy wand. It's actually a pretty good wand, too. Kaboom! I don't know that the diggy wand is gonna get me through there. Oh. Sorry, I got a text from Mom. Hi, son. There's a Walmart delivery sitting on your front porch. When you bring it in, don't mess with it. Let Amber take care of it. Kiss emoji. P.S. I feel like shit. Shrug emoji. I'm sorry, Mama. I'm sorry. It's such a big deal for her to swear. She hates swearing. Nah, Dad would never contact me. Dad doesn't use phones to talk to people. That's definitely Mom. I feel bad. Yeah, it must be serious. I mean, she still littered it with it. If there were no emojis in there, I would cut stream and fly to Idaho. There's still emojis in it, so her humor is still there. But the fact that she censored it, by the way, is SH*T. So if she had spelled out shit and there were no asterisks, I would end stream and fly immediately to Idaho. But Mom Taffy hit me up with the P.S. I feel like shit. I'm sorry, Mama. Oh, that sucks. I wish I was closer. Yeah, Frothy, I love the way the ice breaks in this game, too. Absolutely adore it. Let's take this for a test spin. I don't know if that's gonna break through the rock, though. I will say that that wand that we've built sure does make short work of shit like that. Which is difficult for us to get through sometimes. Chat, spoilerinos. Amy G me here. Oh, I guess I can just test it here. Yeah, actually, yeah. No, that'll get through. Yeah, no, she got, like, she finally 3 years into it got COVID. She was not a person who had had COVID until this week. She and my dad both managed to escape it. Now they both have it. No! Bathe in it, bathe in it. Prick! Who the fuck invited you out here? My levitatum is going away. What? I did a bad. I just need a place for the bombs to sit. Oh, that one's stuck. Well, I didn't do shit all. Damn it. I'm up here now. Oh no! This is how we die now. This is how we die now. This is how we die now. I make bad calls and I wear some fucking teleporting potion. And then I fly the fuck all over the place. I find myself inside some walls. It's unstable teleportation. Is it going where my cursor tells me to go? I'm terrified it's gonna teleport me inside rock and explode me. I just don't feel like I have enough control. It's like Nightcrawler from X-Men. I don't think I have any way of, any way of knowing where I'm gonna land if I just point blindly into the wall. So there's plenty of levitating potion there. If I can just get back there with a wand that has any of the drill lasers on it. Boy, we got roughed up in transit though. I also just love how the ice breaks in this game. What you got? What's going on here? Diggy, diggy hole. Diggy, diggy hole. Oh, no! That's return. Curse of electricity. That's a good wand. Just doesn't have anything I want. I can tell you a bit. No, I'll ask if I want it. Thank you, though. I'm not in any rush. I'm not in any rush to have Noita, you know. I'm not in a rush to be, as well-versed on Noita as I was on, like, Isaac. I took probably 5,000 years on Isaac, or 5,000 years, it felt like it. 5,000 hours on Isaac before I was like, you know what? I really do just need to sit and read the wiki. We had a pretty good mushroom wand yesterday, too, El Pablo. Somebody said they were having, they had leftover mushroom risotto that they were trying to convince me to trade them for my bonchon. The irony is that I'm having mushroom risotto later this week. Anonymous, thank you. I gotta switch my notifications back out. Yeah, pollen wands are cool. What is this? Liquid freezing and berserkium. I have a rough time with this game. It's so random with spells, it hurts me. You're doing fantastic work. Local charmer, that's so kind of you to say. I'm just having a good time. I mean, that's really, that's the whole goal. That's the whole goal right now. I don't mind that it's, like, absurdly punishing. I don't mind that it's sometimes, like, really unfair. I'm used to playing Isaac. That's my bread and butter. Sometimes Isaac did things just to hurt my fucking feelings, you know? I'm gonna go out on a limb and say I didn't blindly kill that monster that was up there, too. What's with all the weird plants? I don't follow. I have an aspect of my wand that makes mushrooms appear when I'm shooting, or yeah, mushrooms? I don't know, something. This area doesn't usually have ferns. The first area doesn't normally have a shitload of electrical stuff trying to kill me either, but Noita does whatever the fuck Noita wants to, I guess. That first level was difficult as shit. Sometimes Noita's just gotta be allowed to Noita. Yeah, I don't think we've gotten that deep, so there, if ferns can show up near the surface, we're pretty near the surface. I'll give up on the dream of finding that orb if I have to. But I'd prefer to, you know. I fucking can't believe that thing got to me. There we go. I'd prefer to just YOLO and answer. Oh, you're right, I should refill my water, just to be safe. Oh? Are you my savior? I guess it'll just be a second before we get over there. He did. Well, that's the second wand today that's tried to. Oh, you prick! That's the second wand today that's tried to sell us on alcohol. Get down, Taffy, and stay down for Christ's sakes. Nope. Ah! It follows. Well, we're doing a lot of damage, but it's also so much damage that it's keeping us from collecting the gold that drops. Are you a good witch or a bad witch? Ah! Are you a good wand or a bad wand? Kinda neither. Ah, fuck. What was that all about? And Dorothy, you child. Oh, Dot, you stupid cum slut. Man, that's cool, but that doesn't do me any good here. Oh my god. What is going on down there? It's raining blood and gold. Whoa, shit! A lot going on. Away! Blood gives us a higher crit chance. Oh, I gotta get loose. There we go. Man. The ass? I'm trying so hard. I'm trying so hard to find something with a... I'm trying so hard to find a wand with a laser on it. All I want is sharks with freaking laser beams attached to their heads. Yeah, get stuck, you dumb idiot. It'd be nice if it refilled my health. Ooh, back up. I'll wait. Those are good emotes. God, I'm so like, I'm not hungry, but I'm prepared to eat more banchan. Ooh, big money, no whammy. Don't get me wrong. I like rocks as much as the next guy. I couldn't move. No, as far as I know, rocks don't break hard terrain. Get your rocks off. I've been through here. Is that man dead? That man is dead. That's not worth it, Taff. Scary. Time to move. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Where are you, you scary fuck? Electricity both in this game and in life in general do scare the living shit out of me. Oh! That dude got all the way eaten. Oh, I don't like how close that was. I'm the fuck out of here. No, sir. Come on. What is going on in there? Listen here, you little prick. Oh, I'm mega boned. That was a random thing, huh? Like, it just happened to go that way, and I just happened to be tucked into that... I just happened to be tucked into that nook waiting for the explosion to happen. It wasn't, like, hunting me, was it?